Mysterious Mars. Introduction. Long ago, ancient people saw a bright red light in the sky. The Romans named this red light Mars, after their god of war. The name stuck, and we still use it today for the fourth planet in our solar systems. Gazing from afar, ancient astronomers wondered what made Mars red. Astronomers in the 1800s studied the planet through early telescopes. They found that Mars had polar ice caps, just as Earth did. Parts of Mars were also covered with long lines that looked like a web of waterways. An Italian astronomers who discovered these lines in 1877 called them cha- channels. Channels are natural waterways. People thought the astronomer said he saw canals. Canals are waterways built by people. The mix-up led people to believe that intelligent beings built canals on Mars. Were the canals on Mars really canals? Had they held water? And why was Mars red? Scientists had many questions about the planet. Taking a closer look, in the 1960s, the National Aeronautic, Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) began the Mariner missions to answer these questions. The Mariner 4 spacecraft traveled to Mars to take close-up pictures. The pictures showed that the canals were canyons. The Mariner 9 spacecraft showed that Mars had valleys and volcanoes. One of the volcanoes is the largest on any planet in our solar system. It is 26 kilometers, 16 miles high and 500 kilometers, 311 miles wide at its base. That's three times as tall as Mount Everest. Scientists also learned that the atmosphere on Mars is much thinner than Earth's. It can't filter the sun's harmful rays the way Earth's atmosphere can. Mars is also very cold, with an average temperature of minus 63 degrees Celsius, minus 81 degrees F. This helped explain why the surface of Mars is so dry. Water freezes or evaporates in the dry, cold air of Mars. The dry soil and lack of water cause heavy dust storms on large areas of the planet. In 1976, the Viking 2 rover landed on Mars and took samples of the surface. It sent information back to scientists on Earth. The scientists learned that the rusty red color was due to large amount of iron, a metal in the soil. Viking soil are also reported to known signs of organic matter, the remains of living things. Mars seemed to be a dry, desert planet. Scientists were still puzzled, though canyons on Earth are formed by running water. Mars looked like Earth without water. In 1997, the Mars Pathfinder also found rocks that seemed to have been shaped by water. Could Mars have had water long ago? Looking for answers. In 2003, the European Space Agency (ESA) launched the Mars Express. This spacecraft will orbit Mars and collect information about the planet. Just 1 month after arriving at Mars, Mars Express found ice at the planet's south pole. This meant there was water on Mars. For the next several years, the Mars Express studied the planet's south pole. In July 2018, European scientists said they had found a saltwater lake underneath about 2 kilometers (1 miles) of ice on the surface of Mars. They think this lake is 20 kilometers 12 miles wide. Scientists think there may be other lakes too that might even contain life. In 2012, NASA sent the Curiosity rover to Mars. Curiosity tested samples of the soil and air on Mars. The air samples contained as a gas called methane. On Earth, tiny living things called microbes make methane. Scientists wondered if the same might be true on Mars. Scientists can't say for sure if life really did or does exist on Mars. More Mars missions are planned for 2020, and beyond these missions will send rovers to look for signs of life. They will also gather information to see if it might be possible for people to someday live there. Perhaps one day Mars will be inhabited by intelligent beings from Earth.